Hey, shalom, family. At this time, this part three, I'm showing you the real site of Mount Sinai, the real location of Mount Sinai. We cover this right here, and we're getting into it right here. I only have a little bit more to show you, so please, family, go read the rest. So we read here. We at the place called on from here. See this right here, the map. Pull it back. It's called the wilderness of the Red Sea. This is Gulf of Aqaba here, the Sea of Reeds. See there, right here. So all that is part of the Red Sea, where it splits in two there and go up here. And this is the region right here. They travel through here, around there, and got to here, and they crossed over here, around this point here, through dry land, into the land they call Saudi Arabia, into the territory of Saudi Arabia that was the land of Midian, where Moshe dwelled and got married at. So right here. So y'all told him here. So we continued off on chapter 15 and verse 22. I'm going to read over again right here. It says, then Moshe led the people of Yah, see, on from the Red Sea. And they moved out into the wilderness of Shur and were there 3 days without water. Arriving at Marah, or Merah, they couldn't drink the water because it was bitter. That is why the place was called Merah, meaning bitter. So keep that in mind. I want to point that out in that particular verse. I'm just going to cover that one particular verse in chapter 15. Coming from out from the land, it showed that we came from out of the Red Sea into the territory right here. See right here in Saudi Arabia here, called on that side, across from on the territory, the false place where they said was Mount Sinai, but we travel here. We didn't even reach Mount Sinai yet, but we travel here at this point across the Red Sea into a new land apart from the land what they call Mizraim, Egypt. There. So we was at this point here. We camped there. And in this place they called bitter, because the water was bitter. Brother said they call it Merah, there. And so from there, I'm gonna read one verse in chapter 16 again. Chapter 16 of Exodus, this continued their journey to the promised land. So let's read it. And now they left Elam. Okay, right here. See, now they left for this particular Torah here. I should have read a little bit more there to get to that point. So let me read a little bit more. 22 said, then they led the people of Yah, Moshe led them on from the Red Sea, and they moved out into the wilderness of Shur, where there 3 days and without water. Arriving at Merah, they couldn't drink the water because it was bitter. That is why the place was called Merah, meaning bitter. Then the people turned against Moshe. Must we die of thirst? That they demanded. And Moshe pleaded with Yah to help them. And Yah showed him a tree to throw into the water, and the water became sweet. And it was there at Merah that Yah laid before them the following condition to test their commitment to him. If you will listen to the voice of Yah, your Barah, and obey it, and do what is right, then I will not make you suffer this disease I sent on Mizraim. For I am Yah who heals you. And they came to Elam, where 12 springs and 70 palm trees, and they camped there beside the spring. So Elam is here. They left here. They left Marah right here and came to Elam there. See, they call Al-Bad there. So they came down here to Elam. This part they refer to this as a peninsula. They came to Elam there. So keep them in mind there. Verse 1 and chapter 16 reads, and now they left Elam. See, now they left Elam and journey on into the Shin wilderness. See, between Elam and Mount Bam, Sinai. See, the real Sinai. Arriving there after leaving Egypt. See, you get that, brothers and sisters? Elam, see what here say, and say, excuse me, Shin wilderness. See, it's a wilderness called Shin. It's between Elam and Mount Sinai, the Mountain of Yah. So right here, see, Elam is there. Shin wilderness is somewhere around this point here. They saying this is the real location. Jabal al-Laws is so it's rare in Jabal al-Law because the wilderness they left Elam, arrived there on the 15th day of the second moon after leaving Egypt. See, there too, the people spoke bitterly against Moshe and Aaron. See, that's when they would ask for food and fire. See, right there in this area right here, in between this point here and the territory of Saudi Arabia, where we first kept Yah Sabbath and the wilderness, brothers and sisters. So keep that in mind as well too. So with that, in my conclusion, I'm gonna read chapter 18. So I'm pointing these things out to you. Some significant things took place in the land for our nation. And even the Mountain of Yah is landed in the territory they call Saudi Arabia. But remember this because it's in the land of Saudi Arabia. All the earth is Yah. So you got to keep that in mind as well. He just designated to certain people to dwell in. Fans, to live in. Because, we all are Yah creation. So keep that in mind. So don't get our mind over crazy. So in our thinking. So verse 6, but this where this took place at. That is important as well. So chapter 18, verse 1 of Exodus is right here. Words soon reached Jethro, Moshe, father-in-law, the priest of Midian, see, about all the wonderful things Barak had done for his people and for Moshe, and how Yah had brought them out of Mizraim, see. Brought them out of Mizraim, and now they in the territory where Jethro lives, see. Right there in the place they call Shin Wilderness. So let's keep reading. I said, then Jethro took Moshe's wife Zipporah to him, see where he was at, for he had sent her home, along with Moshe's two sons, Goshum, meaning foreigners, see. For Moshe said when he was born, he's talking about his son, I have been wandering in a foreign land. See that? So now Moshe back in the foreign land. They call today the whole territory Saudi Arabia. See, it's in Eliezer, meaning Yah is my help. Bara is my help. For Moshe said at his birth, Bara of my ancestors was my helper and delivered me from the sword of Pharaoh. And they arrived while Moshe and the people were camped at Mount Sinai. See that? See right here they got Mount Sinai. They got right here a footnote or Mount Horeb. See, that mean the mount in the desert. Literally, see, literally the heart of Barah. See, slaughter for offerings. See, we got sacrifice for Barah, but nevertheless, it's the heart of Barah, the mountain of Barah, brothers and sisters, is in and around this wilderness they call Sinai, and right here, the particular called is Shin. See, in the wilderness of Sinai or Shin, or some people say Sin, but nevertheless, brothers and sisters, it's Shin, Sinai, in this wilderness where they camped at. They had a mountain of Yah. When Yah came and met Moshe dead. See, in that place, and Red did in the territory of Median, the Median territory of Red Dick of Moshe. He brought his son over there. His wife and his two sons back to Moshe. After he got word Moshe was in the wilderness of Sinai and Shin, which is in right here. Let me can I just do with that map? I'm trying to find that map. Hope I ain't dropped the map. Okay, it's right here. Give me a moment. And my video cut off. That's the end of the video, brother. So, but I'm gonna keep on real quick. And make sure I cover. Let me make sure I covered everything. I went down to 6. After your follower has come to visit Moshe and told him he brought his wife. So I read that and his two sons. See, let me read this again. His father-in-law and his wife and the two sons, they arrived while Moshe and the people, the people of Yah, or the 12 tribes, were camped at Mount Sinai in the wilderness. See, let me go back up some. In the wilderness, okay, I read it. In the wilderness of Shin, I read that point. I'm trying to locate it in these scriptures real quick. But we saw it in the wilderness right here. See, so the wilderness of Shin or Sinai is here. I want to go back. So let's see, the wilderness right here. So and now Barak commanded the people, y'all should left Shin Desert and go by the east to Raphidim. I read that. And they arrived there in water. Okay, go down there. I read 17. Look at my note. No, 17. One received 16. I'm gonna go to 16:1. I'm gonna backtrack for a minute. 16 right here. And now they left Edom and journeyed on into Shin wilderness between Elam and Mount Sinai. See, there. Elam is there. The wilderness of Shin is there. See right there, the wilderness of Shin is there. The Shin wilderness is there between Elam and Mount Sinai. So, in between this wilderness of Shin is Mount Sinai. No, Shin is between Elam and Mount Sinai. So we got Elam there. We got the wilderness there. The Shin wilderness there. And we got Mount Sinai. Could be that actually Jabal. Our laws could be the Mount Sinai, brothers and sisters. One of the mountains there. It's dead. Yeah. And so it's easy to locate. Once you know where Elam at, there, pull that back here. Elam, you got the wilderness sin, in between both of them, the wilderness territory of Elam and wilderness sin, right next to is Mount Sinai, brothers and sisters. Is what we're going to go to. And see, then when you look at the map, here, see where Edom at? We got the wilderness, they got Mount Sinai, they got right here. See, alternative site in Saudi Arabia, they got right here. I don't know if you can see that. So you got to pull it up to the light. Can you see that? You probably can't see it on this paper. But they got alternative site. See, can I blow that up a little bit where you can see that? Alternative, can't even get enough light in it, right light in it for you to see that. You might can see it on, I can't see it through my monitor. See right here, alternative site on Saudi Arabia. You just saw it a little bit better there. Mount Sinai, that's the alternative site. Around that, see from Elam, the wilderness, Shin wilderness, and right there, bam. We have where we got to meet up at, brothers and sisters, in the wilderness. This message is from the Messiah at this time, Yazidi, brothers and sisters. I pray that you meditate on the words of Yah, examine every scripture I gave you, take it in the heart, learn to love your Creator. And see how they got the alternative site. Is the right site, brothers and sisters. See, they didn't know, but they put it in there. But they had an idea, but but the enemy didn't want you to know. Constantine, either they didn't know or they but nevertheless, Yah allowed this. Remember what Yah did in Pharaoh? He do this to people, to God His way, because it's more than this, than that. I'm not showing you everything. I'm not telling you everything right now. But I'm giving you what we got to go at just now. But it's much beautiful, greater things than that. No, that's beautiful. I can't get too much beautiful, but it's some more great things that you must know. But now, this is so important. Our next step is we got to come together. You got to accept your Messiah in order to gather to the Messiah. Because if you don't accept the Messiah who is talking to you, how you ever going to gather, brothers and sisters? You're going to keep hoping with the Caucasian case. Now you see the Caucasian lied to you again. How long are you going to keep accepting their lies and wait? We got people right now going down in this territory right here. They call the Red Sea Wilderness and thinking Sinai is right there. They got that as a tourist site. Millions of people already been through there through the years that the Caucasian taught through Constantine, his wife, whoever. But our arch enemy taught us this was the site there. Not an alternative site, but the site. See, they say traditionally site St. Catherine Monastery claimed this as the site. See, it's all come. You remember who's our arch enemy again? The Catholic Church. Who started this? Constantine, the Catholic Church, the Pope. Who misleads you? The Catholic Church, the Pope. This crossing is here. Ever before people knew anything about the Mountain of Yah, but now they're telling you the Mountain of Yah is dead. So let's see how obvious this is. We crossed over here into a land that don't belong to Mizraim there, a foreign land that Moshe dwelled and had his children there, and his father-in-law brought back his children there. They're saying it took place all in this region there. Brothers and sisters, how long are you going to accept the falsehood of the Catholic Church and deny the truth of Yah? It's even in the it's in the scripture, but they explain it to you all wrong. I had it wrong for years. Not until the other day the Father showed me these things. And then there's one piece of paper I had lingering around in my house, torn out of this one of the scriptures. Man, this paper came so significant. It points out some significant sites. I ain't got the full, but to show you enough. They got to highlight these things in scripture that was important. That it was all set on in Saudi Arabia. All the time, brothers and sisters. See, in Saudi Arabia. It's an alternative site in Saudi Arabia, which is the right site in Saudi Arabia. I don't know what else I can say to you at this time concerning this issue, brothers and sisters. But put your heart into it. It's what you do with this. If you put your heart in the love of Yah and the truth of Yah, we can walk free out of captivity quicker than you expected. It's upon us, brothers and sisters. Why all these things are being revealed now? Make it so plain and easy for you to see. It's time to gather, to know, and to love your people, to love your Creator. This is real, brothers and sisters. See, the enemy gonna lie to you and work against you. But Yah revealed these things so plainly to you if you accept the words of Yah, if you meditate on the words of Yah, if you see by the knowledge of Yah and see the great things that Yah can do, brothers and sisters. I try to go out my way to explain it, to show you to these things, to make it clear to you, break it down scientifically to you. The best I can know about science, brother and sister, and the elements, the wind, the rain. You see the elements. You see what they could do. You see what these molecules. You can see. You just don't see all the other beings behind the scene that carry out these works, like moving other clouds here, the there. We don't see all of these things, brother. That aspect of it, y'all don't allow everyone to see these things. But they at work, brothers and sisters. It's miracles go on right before our, but people don't count them as miracles. Because what the enemy tell us. Oh, Mother Nature do it, and they give them names. Oh, Hurricane Hugo, Floyd, Mayweather, Horace, Bull, Donkey, or whatever name they want, Jennifer, Susie, Jordan, Air, all the kind of things they would give you classified. They put the categories, they do all these things. Sister, it's your power. It's the miracles. The great signs he manifests at any given time. He got trees all over South Carolina by his miracle, the hurricane. And then after that, for a long time, he didn't even let it rain. For months, for weeks at a time. No rain came out of the hurricane. After the tornado. The hurricane, right. After the hurricane came through and just touched the mark. It didn't rain in South Carolina for a long time. Except for the other day, we got some rain in this area where I'm at now. And there's a drought still going on. A lack of rain, brother and sister. See, Yah control everything. He could bring something, he could stop it. People get fascinated because the news come on, the weather come on, and forecast. Oh, the forecast just, we got by these satellites. We got this coming. On this day, we're going to have clear skies. People look at that as miracles. That's just observation, brothers and sisters, of the elements at work. But y'all can change them in direction anytime you want to. Oh, it's a 5. Oh, okay, we thought it was a hurricane 2. See what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? It's big or worth. See, y'all, it can make it like y'all can have it like he can have a powerful, and he can have stored doubt, or he can have it can look like it's coming slow, and then he can make it increase it when it get close to the land. See, that's y'all doing it. He can confound the minds of the enemy anytime you want to. These people just looking through telescopes, microscopes, watching satellites. Brothers and sisters. That's the farther technology go, brothers and sisters. They don't see the Malachims doing that work. And y'all calling this off and stopping this. They don't see. They just see the impact of it after they hit the land and destroy whatever destroy and go on his way. We all see that. See what I'm saying? So we got to look at it from the mindset of Yah, the ability of Yah, not from the enemy perspective of it, or respective of it, or view of it. Because they always trying to slander the name of Yah, and then name everything after them. Like they call what they call Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit is named after a European scientist. Called a Fahrenheit. It's Fahrenheit. The temperature is 48 Fahrenheit. All this, see, they name stuff after them, brothers and sisters, and we be thinking it's talking about the elements, but let's be talking about they use the elements and the heat and tag it with somebody's name, like they do the waters of Yah when it rise up. And they call it tsunamis and hurricanes, typhoons. But they give it a name to identify it. See, brothers and sisters, the manipulation of the minds of the people and those people who are in charge of these things, brothers and sisters, they don't call it what it is, but they want to take names on it and use names they glorify. Brothers and sisters, it's time for us to get back to we got to separate from our enemies, brothers, to go back into the reality of Yah. It is what it is. It always been in the scriptures that way, but we've been lied to. See, that shows you right there. That's what they call deception. Despite of the evidence and the proof and the facts showing you where the real location is in the scriptures, somebody tell you an alternative site. See, they told us the alternative site is it could be, but and then they say the other site is the real site, but not no site. See that where y'all came and met Moshe at. See, they didn't tell you that, brothers and sisters. See, but now we know we've been lied to again on that point. So with that, I said all I could say. Fan, if you carefully study the words of Yah, you go back and hear the video. I know it's a long video, but the words of Yah and our freedom is worth more than 2 hours, brothers and sisters, of learning this fact to see this and rehearse it for yourself. With that, I say Toda Yah.